So I'm Henrique, and I've built teams at companies like Accenture, at Salesforce, and now I find myself at G2. So for those who don't know what G2 are, what it is, it's a business software marketplace. So we have about 60 million software buyers every year coming to research and pick the best B2B software applications. And then what we also do is we help sales and marketing teams of thousands of software companies connect with, build trust, and sell to these B2B software buyers. So just like TripAdvisor has done for jobs, for travel, or Glassdoor for jobs, we're trying to bring transparency and trust to the world of software buying. But yeah, we've got 6 or 7 minutes today. I'm going to try and squeeze in some lessons that I've learned in my career when building and developing sales teams. And hopefully you can take some of those learnings for your jobs as well. So let's get started. So mistake number 1, I used to focus a lot on goals and simply just helping people work better. And I learned that instead of goals, what we really need to listen out to are dreams. And talking about dreams is actually so much more powerful than goals because it helps us create real meaning from work. And contrary to what some may think, working relationships, they actually need to be really personal relationships, whether you have done this in the past or not. But it really means opening up, sharing, talking about other stuff rather than just business. And I think the last few months have really shown us the importance of why this matters, right? Why it matters to have these deep relationships. So in our business at G2 in the last couple of years, we've actually uncovered a load of really amazing dreams that people have. So I won't name anyone, but I'll share some of them with you guys today. People have shared things like, I want to open a restaurant, or I want to buy a car for my daughter in her first year at university. I want to become a role model for business, for my children. I want to pay off my parents' mortgage. Someone said I want to publish a book. So really amazing stuff, right? And when you think about it, just how much more powerful are these dreams than just goals? So I really do believe that if you want to if you want the best for your people and you want the best out of your people, you really need to understand how your company, their job, and you as a leader can really help them really find meaning in their lives through their work. So that was the mistake and lesson number 1. Number 2, I used to think that only some people had potential. And potential is actually something that everyone has, right? Some people seem to think that potential is something that's only inherent in some rather than others. But the reality is that, people have momentum, right? So sometimes momentum can be strong, sometimes it can be weak, and sometimes different phases of our lives means that momentum will be stronger or weaker, right? And we as a leader need to be really aware of that and really match our people's momentum. And think about the equations of momentum, right? It's mass times velocity. So really think about the mass, who are they? Who are the people that you're working with, right? And also how quickly are they moving? So really try and match that as a leader is one of the things that I've learned. Mistake number 3, I used to believe in things like competency models, and I used to literally put people in boxes, and that's absolute rubbish. What we need to focus on is on people's superpowers. We need to hire people for their strengths rather than the lack of weaknesses. And the best salespeople, they are really not well-rounded at all, right? They're not great at a bunch of things. And in the past, we've really failed to help people pinpoint and contribute to their strengths. We used to measure them against models. We used to try and get everyone to become as similar to those models as possible. But in the real world, each high performer that I've ever had in my team, they were unique, they were distinct, and they excelled because they understood that they had one key thing that they were unique in, and they cultivated that. And it's our jobs as leaders to facilitate that as well. That's it. Yeah, we've all got superpowers. Number 4, I used to think that every salesperson wanted to be a sales manager. And the truth is, management is not the only way up. In fact, I think it's one of the worst career moves that a salesperson can make. But a lot of us end up wanting to do it, but it's not the only way. And we need to create opportunities for people to have impact, not just responsibility, right? And when we think about the growth of our team, do we only reward those who want to go into management? Those who are super aggressive with their growth? what about, the team members who are actually really content doing what they're doing? Do we judge them for not wanting to grow fast enough or wanting to get into management? So, here at G2, we put a big effort into career planning, into personal development. And this has really caused us as a business to think about the different ways that we can cater to people's personal ambitions. We've been challenged ourselves really in terms of creating career paths, right? Career paths that allow people to fulfill their potential without necessarily having to manage a team. So in sales, for example, we have, some people as individual contributors who have built like a portfolio of high value accounts. And these people are delivering like the same, sometimes even more revenue than entire teams, right? So we've allowed those individuals to operate in what we call their zone of genius, but with a big sense of purpose and having like massive impact on the trajectory of G2. So that's number 4. Number 5, the 5th mistake that I made over the years was trying way too hard to build great culture. And so, just really focus on building a great team. People love their team, not necessarily their company, or they think they love their company, but they actually love their team. So your experience within your company is really dictated by those interactions in the team. There's a guy called Jerry Colonna, who's an author, who said a great thing, which is that we yearn for things like safety, belonging, and love. And, guess what? It's not up to HR. It's not up to the company to make this happen. It's you, it's me, it's leaders like us who need to make that happen and show up with like open hearts, with love and loyalty for your team. Because when it comes to culture, it's not yoga classes, it's not happy hours, it's not free lunch that's going to make it happen. And the last mistake, I know James wants me to wrap up, is that I wasn't kind to myself. So just really take care of yourself. Otherwise, you can't take care of anyone. And trust me, if you don't give a damn about yourself, you can't give a damn about others. So as a manager, you're going to have loads of opportunities to overstretch yourself. And for me, when I take care of myself, I feel great. I feel open. I feel collaborative. I want to help. So, put yourself first so that you can put your team first as well. And that for me has been a great learning over the years.
Henrique, absolute pleasure. This has actually been, it'd be great for you to watch back your talk from last year. Maybe it's the comfort of your feet on your own carpet, but wonderful. Great to have you on, and thanks for all the support. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Thanks, everyone.